Yeah, I'm Jan from Amsterdam, as I always say. Doing SEO since 15 years already and built my website in 1997, so I've been in the game for quite a long time. And I used to do SEO from an agency side and a lot of affiliate projects, and I decided to focus more on technical, strategical and literally the big clients around the world, so that's my focus at this point. Yeah, it's funny. So I wrote an article about the datastudio, just a quick report I use for multiple clients. The thing what I like about datastudio, that's a quick way to import data and show it in a way that marketers understand it. So I'm a technical guy, but of course I need to convince management or marketers to do certain work or do certain activities and visualize it. So the article wrote about how I optimize CTR. And normally what people get in their mailbox is a list of CTR that's below an average in terms of numbers, but in this way I can add nice colors. So instead of them working with numbers, they work with something visual and they can actually see what's wrong or what can be improved. I was quite amazed by how many people shared it and how many people read it. I think by today already 2,500 people a day read it since I published it, so almost 100,000 in total. So it's completely crazy because I was thinking it's something that more people used, but it seems that not that many people have actually explored all the possibilities of datastudio. So I would recommend more people to invest some time, because it's the report that I made literally cost me 5 minutes, and you can just copy and paste it to your other clients. So it's a one-time small investment, but it's a good way to actually make things visible. Yeah. So the tool itself is still in development, so they're adding more data sources, making it more easy, they're adding more functionalities. So it used to be a bit difficult to combine data sources, but since last April you can also combine data sources. So instead of only using one point of data, you can combine Google Analytics with Search Console data, you can combine conversion data from a certain data set and combine it with actual page performance from another data set, so that makes it even more interesting, and there's more applications for it in the marketer's toolkit. So it used to be a bit more technical advanced, but they're really moving towards helping out marketers understanding the data. Yeah, so the key technical optimization that I normally use is I focus on, can Google actually access all pages? Partly that concerns internal linking. How are menus structured? How is the navigation structured? What navigation elements are there for the user? What navigation elements are there for Google? Can we take care that Google goes into the right direction? Can they find all pages? So if you look to server logs or crawling activity, does Google actually visit all those pages? If not, what can we change in the site structure that Google actually ends up on those pages? Many of my clients have portfolios of thousands of products, and what I usually see is that on product page level, Google is not able to find all pages. Then there's a big difference in international search engines. So Google is quite advanced, but Bing and Yahoo, for example, are less advanced in crawling JavaScript. And then you even have in the Chinese market a search engine like Baidu. It's even more complicated for them to understand. So they have less budget for the crawling service. So you need to make the crawl as easy as possible by optimizing your website. So I think making sure that search engines understand and can efficiently go through the website would be my number one goal in terms of technical optimization. I'm not sure. The second thing I usually do is cut down the content. It's maybe not a technical thing, but analyzing which content is performing and which not, and making decisions. Yeah, collecting all kinds of data. So I use the performance from Google Analytics, I use the performance from Search Console, I combine it with social data, I combine it with link metric data, so you get a complete picture of what's happening on your website, and then cutting it down is something that's quite useful. And I think number 3 would be optimizing the way the page is structured and then focusing it on performance. So usually if you work together with a tool like PageSpeed Insight, it's more about optimizing images, etc. But according to me, that's more the basic optimization, but really optimizing a template and the use scripts for performance will get you even more performance budget relevancy. It's something Google doesn't always look at, because Google is more focused on things they can actually measure on a scale, but the user will also benefit from it. So it's not only an optimization you do for SEO, but usually it's more effective. And the nice thing is, if you start with it, you can show developers that some points that they do, it's not always coming from SEO only, because the conversion rates usually will go up. So there's a business case across multiple channels by doing that. And because you have the buy-in of the developers, the more technical stuff that you require from them later on, like an hreflang implementation or the setting up correct canonicals, which is usually a bit of discussion point with developers, can be more easy, because you already showed them the profits you can make by doing the page speed optimization. Yeah, so I think it's my 10th Brighton SEO already. So I've skipped 2 years, but before that I attended almost all. What I really like about Brighton is the relaxed atmosphere. So it's not so much focused on the businesses that want to sell you stuff. What I really like about the sessions itself is really about sharing knowledge. And because that atmosphere is around, people are more willing to share data and stories themselves. So compared to some other more maybe professional focused conferences, at Brighton SEO you see people working in all kinds of areas within the SEO, and that makes it more interesting to get to know new people, new contexts, and yeah. And for me, the important part is catching up with all my friends. Usually you see some of them at all conferences, but especially for the UK market, the whole UK market is here, so it's good to catch up. And I think that's the nicest thing about being in Brighton for a weekend. My motto in life is do whatever you like and make sure you do what you actually want to do, and take a bit of risk with that.